you like to talk about the naming of the startup?
Sure. So Fipola as such is an acronym for fish, poultry and lamb. So FI denoting fish, PO being poultry and LA being lamb. It's an acronym which the word as well, and we've got it registered in the span of 6 months, thankfully.
And the trigger for the idea, would you like to talk about how you got the...
We wanted to basically get into retailing of all meat products except beef and pork. So primarily proteins ranging from seafood, poultry and lamb. So we were brainstorming, and one of our family members came with an idea, and it all fit in. And Fipola, we stuck with the name, and we continued from there.
Your own experience, the background.
We are actually, a parent company's name is called SR Marine. We have been in the industry for 36 years. We are seafood exporters and also have a great presence in domestic markets across India. We also have overseas operations. So it was our parent company's effort to get into retailing. And last August of 2016, we started this project, a separate retail division, which is Fipola Retail India.
And your own study and your experience has been somewhat in this line?
Sure, I've been working for the company, for our parent company, since 2007, and I've been handling the company's operations overseas, looking over the sales and marketing as well. I have good experience in food processing and understand food and production bit of it. I am a commerce graduate. I finished my master's in Manchester Business School in the United Kingdom.
And the team that you are putting together?
We are currently having a 200-member working team. Our team is our biggest strength. It comes with people from various industry experiences, right from retail and culinary world, and the best of the people, right from a corporate chef to our operations officers to our procurement heads. It's a team which is selected and handpicked, and everybody have previously worked with the best of the companies in the industry.
You have some mentors for the startup, the funding. Would you like to explain?
The funding is all self-funded. As I said, it is fully supported by our parent company, and we've been funded completely to oversee the expansion in Chennai. We are targeting a 3-store launch with e-commerce and an app-driven model, and also a call center to begin with. And then we would be targeting 7 more stores in the next 6 months. So taking our overall count to 7 company-owned stores and 14 franchise stores in the next 12 months. So all these is completely funded by the company as such.
So would you like to name the amount? How much investment is?
We invested close to 10 crores into the project, and it's a massive project. Trying to, as I said, revolutionize the meat buying experience at this point of time.
The goals that you are setting for the next about a year, 2 years.
Come again?
The goals that you are setting for.
We're trying to be a market leader to revolutionize the way meat is actually retailed. Right now, people are not taken any efforts to actually change the meat buying pattern in this country, and we would see ourselves as the first to do so. In the next 1 year, as I said, we would set new benchmarks for this industry where people would definitely try to follow what we're doing in terms of end-to-end integration with great retail experience for the client.
Any targets in terms of numbers?
We are targeting around 2,500 deliveries per day across Chennai, deliveries or billings per day, and that's where we're working towards.
And adding up to how much in terms of rupee value?
Adding up to approximately, say, a target of around 12 to 15 lakhs per day of sale.
Okay. So it would translate as something like, the
approximately around 40 to 60 crores, anywhere between that.
And are you setting yourself on a thin margin to begin with?
No, the prices what we're going after would be at par with your local butcher shop, but at the same time we are not working on thin margins because of the back-end integration. The margins are good enough because we go directly to the source. So the entire model is pretty good. The business model, it took us almost a year to get it right. I think we have nailed it.
And the source, you are saying farms.
Yeah.
So where are the farms?
All these farms, in terms of seafood, we go directly to all the trawlers. It comes from our own parent company strength. When we talk about poultry, we are talking about farms in Chittoor, Namakkal, and also at Baramati. When it comes to lamb and goats, the best region in Tamil Nadu is in and around Madurai. So all these are the places where we work around.
Considering that this is a very highly perishable, commodity, how are you establishing your cold chain, supply chain?
Our entire cold chain, as I said, our biggest strength is procurement, cold chain and processing. In procurement, as I said, we have been hand-holding farmers, trying to get the best produce. The products are all checked by the veterinary doctors before moving into the processing facilities. Processing facilities, all these vehicles are temperature controlled from the point of procurement to the point of a processing center. It's all carried at 0 to 4 degrees temperature. And then the processing center, we have built one of the most modern state-of-the-art processing centers, which is around 10,000 square foot. The best of the technology used, and again everything is temperature controlled, processed over there, and again moved with the right temperature to the end store. So there is no temperature abuse from the start to the point of sale, which also ensures the product quality is the best in what we are offering.
Are you looking at some models across the world, something which you emulate here?
The Western world has definitely have a better meat buying experience at this point of time because they have huge hypermarkets and supermarkets, but India has never caught up to it. According to recent stats, 67% of Indians are non-vegetarians, but the market is still not evolved. So what we're trying to do in India is definitely not done by anyone else. But yes, the Western worlds have a bit more organized retail markets. If you're going to ask me to pick a name, I might not be able to because we're very unique in what we're doing.
We have our own supermarkets, whether it is Waitrose or Nilgiris.
Yeah.
Many of these supermarkets where they have the freezer which accommodates the the packed non-vegetarian,
Right.
the meat products.
Right.
Now, are there pitfalls? Are there shortcomings?
They are, because when you're talking about a local retail shop, what you're doing is one freezer packed with probably 10 SKUs, and the consumer's perception is that all these are frozen and processed food. So that's where the first differential starts, wherein the customer is not looking to purchase these products. When you come to a store at Fipola, you're talking about a 2,000 square foot store where half of it is live, wherein you can experience the product being cut and packed right before you. So you have a live butchery, which again, kills the perception of what is processed. So you're getting fresh produce, and that's why still people go to these butcher shops at this point of time and avoid these supermarkets and try to go there. And yes, we also have a retailing consumption point, but again, these are all for value-added products. So as a company, we're not only talking about live butchery or raw cuts, which is probably available in your retail shops. We're talking about marinated products at various levels of value addition. We're talking about ready-to-fry products, cold cuts, delicatessens, an entire range. As I said, we are dealing with 200 odd SKUs, where it will be a meat eater's delight to come and shop.
And talking about the butchery itself, though you didn't mention, are you adopting practices which are generally recommended for ethical treatment?
See, we are, as I said, halal certified, if that's what the question about. But when it talks about practices and processes, we are following an international food safety standard norms. We also qualify for FSSI, HACCP, ISO 22001. So all the best industry practices in food and food processing is all complied with. As I said, our parent company, we are exporters, so we understand the importance of quality and hygiene. So we're all getting that out to the front into this retail project.
Are you also looking at your products being made available in the other retail shops?
At this point of time, no. We are looking exclusively to open up Fipola-owned stores, company-owned stores in Chennai at phase 1. Probably in the next year we might consider.
One final question I wanted to ask you is about the time gap between picking up something from your store, physical
Right.
store,
Right.
and then the person going back home in a
Right.
very different atmosphere, because what is going on a two-wheeler, your chain is broken.
Right.
So how do you control that?
It is best. Normally, when the consumption happens, our packaging comes with dry lock pads, which absorbs the moisture immediately. So the first point of contamination is from the moisture, the leaking water. So our pads, which are actually kept inside these packaging products, controls that contamination from the minute, and it is all good for the consumption as long as you travel and reach your house in 4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours.